Hello and welcome to Oh So Swift. Today we're going over our first listen review of Taylor Swift's new album, Midnights. So first off we have Lavender Haze, and we're completely blown away by this track. I mean, we had high hopes hearing the backstory of this term that was used in Mad Men. I guess it was used in 30s, right? I think so. About this like all-encompassing love feeling. When you're with someone, you're in this like lavender haze, and this track did not disappoint. Upon first listen, it was clear it was one of those songs that you were gonna want to come back to. So the song touches on how it feels being in that lavender haze. It's a place you want to stay where everything feels good and great, but there's also, public scrutiny, people wondering if you're engaged and things, and trying to not let those things affect your relationship. We also finally know where the phrase "meet me at midnight" is from, and it's the first line from this track. So much appreciation for Taylor here being able to hear a phrase like lavender haze and making something so incredible out of it, and just being so inspired and making something really beautiful. Maroon is a song about revisiting past memories. It's a sad track about a past relationship. Taylor uses colors in many of her songs. She even has 2 albums named after color, Red and Red Taylor's version, of course. In Red, she used the color to describe the mix of emotions that went into the album. The happiness, the love, the anger. Here, she uses maroon to describe little details in the relationship. Spilt wine on a t-shirt, flushed cheeks, and lips amongst other things. The whole song is a beautiful ode that creates vivid imagery. Antihero is a pretty dark track. It's brutally honest and probably the most vulnerable Taylor Swift has been before about her insecurities. It's a track about self-loathing and self-hatred. Lines like, "It's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me," and "I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror," are heartbreaking. Its quick pace and its light, airy vocals are the perfect contrast to the somberness of the lyrics. Of course, most Swifties already knew that Snow on the Beach would feature Lana Del Rey. Upon first listen, we're not too sure where we hear Lana. Sometimes it's pretty obvious, and sometimes not so much. It would have been nice if Lana had her own verse in the song, or maybe sung the chorus. It's a pleasant tune about falling in love, but we wouldn't rank it as high as Lavender Haze, and we think it's one of those tracks that will grow more and more on you the more you listen to it. You're on Your Own Kid is another sad track on the album. It's about not being enough for someone. It's also about focusing on a certain person and caring deeply for them, only to find out they don't really care about you. Like Antihero, this track is brutally honest and emotional. It is track 5 after all. Towards the end of the song, she sings, "I hosted parties and starved my body. Like I'd be saved by a perfect kiss." One of the shorter tracks on the album is Midnight Rain. There's a line in it that says, "He wanted it comfortable, I wanted that pain." This line reminds us of "Tell Me Why" from Fearless and Fearless Taylor's version, where she says she's comfortable but misses screaming and fighting and kissing in the rain. In Midnight Rain, though, it seems to be more about 2 people that aren't compatible because they're just on different paths or they're in different places in life. The song uses a modular synthesizer, which gives it a cool, unique sound. As for who the song is about, we've got our money on Taylor Lautner or Tom Hiddleston. One of the best things about Taylor's lyrics, especially post-Lover, are that they can be interpreted in so many different ways. Finding your own meaning in something, or multiple meanings in a song, can be really fun as a fan. Question very much does this. It's very open to interpretation. The way we interpreted the song is that Taylor's relationship with her ex is over, and she's trying to put the ex in her shoes, so everything she asks him in the chorus are things that she went through. For example, in the line, "Did you ever have someone kiss you in a crowded room? and every single one of your friends was making fun of you, but 15 seconds later they were clapping too. Almost sounds like people making fun of her relationship at an award show, but then when she won something they clapped for her. In other words, she wasn't treated well by others because of their relationship. What we also gathered from the song is the ex being unfaithful, and years later, Taylor wanting to get it off her chest, how she felt, because it's one of the things that was keeping her up at night. Overall, it's a solid track, and we're expecting to probably even have more interpretations on future listens. Vigilante Shit. Wow, just wow. This song hits you like a freight train, even right from the opening line, draw a cat eye sharp enough to kill a man. In our opinion, it's a big mistake if this song isn't a single like Getaway Car, Cruel Summer, or August. It's an instant hit right from the get-go. Think Reputation, but darker, angrier, and even more confident. With lines like, I don't start shit, but I can tell you how it ends. It's instantly one for the books. Plus, its short length makes you want to hit that replay button immediately after it ends. Bejeweled is pure fun. It's an upbeat track, and her self-confidence is a stark contrast to what we heard in Anti-Hero. In the song, she talks about not being appreciated by someone she's involved with. It's kind of a, hey, if you don't appreciate me, I can easily find another man attitude. We're loving the confidence and the statement about not settling. Labyrinth is a pretty simple song. On first listen, we're ranking this as our least favorite. Labyrinth is not by any means a bad song. Because the track only has 2 verses in it, and the rest of the song is mostly chorus, I think on first listen it's missing a little bit of substance. Although, we do like how the breathy vocals are giving us folklore vibes. In this song, she's definitely talking about a breakup. We're not too sure if the next verse is talking about rekindling a relationship, or maybe forming a new one. Again, this one is definitely open to interpretation. Karma. No, we're not talking about the possibly lost album between 1989 and Reputation. We're talking about the 11th track on Midnights. It's a fun take on the positives in Taylor's life. She talks about having good things like her boyfriend, the breeze in her hair on the weekend, and her cat purring on her lap because it loves her, as being a representation of having good karma. She also focuses on how the subject in her song has karma coming for them because of the bad things they have done. We have high suspicions that this one might be about Kanye West, or Ye as he's going by now, or Scooter Braun perhaps. Sweet Nothing was written by Taylor Swift and William Bowery, which is a pseudonym for her boyfriend Joe Alwyn, of course. Interestingly enough, there is a Calvin Harris song featuring Florence Welch of the same name. Calvin and Taylor dated for a year before ultimately having a messy breakup. Sweet Nothing is a charming song about how, in all of the chaos and craziness in life, Joe became a safe space for Taylor. There's a cute moment in the song that mentions how she wrote a poem on the way home and he says, "What a mind." It's sweet to see how impressed he is by her and how he praises her. The way she sings Sweet Nothing alone is enough to make the song memorable. Mastermind is the closing track on the standard Midnights album. The premise of the song is that Taylor was all behind her and someone, presumably Joe, getting together. She planned it out and was the mastermind behind it all. At the end, the twist is that he knew all along that Taylor was the mastermind behind it all. We like this as a closer because it could be inferred that Taylor is the mastermind for creating the Midnights album.